Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Weenus, and I'm joined tonight by the one, the only Rackham. Rackham, hello.
Howdy, everyone. Greetings.
How are you doing this evening?
Not too bad. Ready for this D-West epic matchup. Not ready to talk, evidently, but West. There we go.
Hey,
Ready?
talking's overrated. Let's just make some sounds. Council of War versus KingFishers. We're going to hop into this match in just a second. We have the lobby full up. We're just going to check out the maps real quick so you guys know where we're headed, what happened. We'll switch over to that. All right, so Council of War is the home team. They won the coin toss. They're taking first hero pick. Banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen and Infernal Shrines. KingFishers is deciding to get rid of Dragonshire, Cursed Hollow, and they're taking us to Bippity Boppity Braxis Rackham. I'm a little bit excited about this.
I love it. Never get to cast this map because nobody wants to play it. I like this map. Maybe I'm one of the few people that does, but I enjoy it. It's like all the crazy Zerg. When I played StarCraft, I was a Zerg player because you can make units and you don't care if they die as much. And my units did a lot of dying, so it definitely fit my strategy.
I do enjoy it when Rackham talks about his units. Oh. Yeah, Rackham's like, and now let's what do we get? A minute and 40 seconds in, already regretting casting with Weenus, but here we are.
I'm trying not to say anything dumb so I don't end up on the soundboard tonight. That's my goal.
Well, the trick is to have so much audio playing over it that you can't clip it, and then it's fine. So if you say something weird, just like start screaming, and then it'll be impossible to clip. It'll be perfect.
So I should play something in the background like the Eagles, something that's really litigious that will come after you, so they can't be used. All right, let me ruffle through my CD collection over here.
Absolutely, just have that in the background, ready to go. So it looks like, well, let's see. If I pull this up, is it gonna? It might show. Oh, come on, game, load in, load game, load. There we go. We do have some synergy between the two teams here, as far as their portraits. So that's always a good sign. You love to see it.
It's important.
All right.
Means ready to sync up their minds and their bodies and throw them onto the battlefield, something like that.
That's right. Just throw your body at it. You know, just try to kill them with attrition. All right. So we are gonna have the first pick and first ban by Council of War. So what do you think we're gonna see here for bans or first picks, Rackham?
Well, I did dig up some stats because that's what I do. I have no life. And Division B, all coast for 13. The highest banned hero was Anduin. Surprised me. At 31% of games did not see Anduin able to play. I figured Stukov would have been up there, but he was not. He goes Anduin, then Vala, then May, then Anubarak, and then it kind of trails off. Brightwing and Rhaegar are up there too. So I'm going to go with the numbers and say Anduin doesn't get to play. But for now, it's Diva.
Okay. If you haven't done deep research into these teams, which sometimes you don't really care to do at the beginning of the season, because sometimes players have changed rosters and teams have reconfigured themselves, there's not a lot of data to look at sometimes. So who knows if this is if these are target bans with history, or if these are just heroes that these teams don't want to play against. We have a Let's Go Council of War from JWC in chat. Sorry to cut you off, Rackham. Please go on.
I was just going to say these teams haven't faced each other in their short NGS history. Both of them have been around for season 12 and 13, but this is the first matchup between the two. KingFisher actually made the jump from Division E to Division D this season, so they'll be seeing a little increased competition.
Very good. Well, we'll see if that level up remains competitive, and I think it will. We were talking a little bit with Night Knight from Council of War, and they were looking to play on the East Coast, but they're playing West Coast this season because it wasn't possible to switch that up. So, who knows? Is it going to be too late for some of these players? Are they going to start getting sleepy? Will that have an impact? Rag banned out as well as Tastar, and it's going to be, first pick, it's going to be Stukov. And we all know about Stukov.
Rackham is a Stukov genius.
Rackham is a Stukov genius.
Poor Tiger, he's going to regret that those words ever came out of his face. Yeah, nobody gets fired for picking Stukov in the first pick. Oh, we see the white main. This could be spicy. I hate playing against a good white main.
Gucci.
It's just the healing, you don't expect that much to come out of a tiny little person like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and we see the variant, so we could have a tank variant with Stukov circles. I like.
We're gonna get a taunt lurking arm, and that could be nasty. Gucci picking up the white main, and Captain, I'm gonna say it's Captain Skippy. The CPT stand for Captain. We'll go for Captain Skippy picking up the Zarya. That's a spicy pick too. That combo coming out at the very beginning, that's gonna be very interesting. Muidar picking up the Junkrat, get some range, get some displacement. Bring on the bands. Lana's in chat. Welcome, Lana. Actually get to catch a stream. Yeah, welcome on in. Good to see you, buddy.
No Kalthos. I actually like when I play Zarya, I like seeing Kalthos in the other team because the bomb spread will, you can get energy off of it, and Kalthos can't really control it. But they've decided they would rather not take the chance, and then we see the mate ban.
One interesting thing with Zarya is, you get a lot of support from that hero. I wonder if they're going to do a weird split, like a 2-3 split instead of a traditional 1-4. Maybe it could even, instead of picking like a double healer rather, you throw in Zarya and they can push with somebody in the top hand lane. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that. But this is Braxis, and you do need the wave clear, and you need to be able to blow up that Zerg and push the wave. So, I like the Junkrat for that. Stukov is pretty decent. I like Orphea. But I think we need a little bit more from KingFishers as far as just clearing waves.
Yeah, agreed. With that draft they have working over there, I'm with you. I'm not sure how the lanes are going to match up, whether it's Zarya in the top lane or if they draft someone else and she's the 4-man. So on the other side, though, we do see Thrall and Jaina. Does that make Thrall your offlaner, I assume? Question mark?
Yeah, we'll probably have Thrall as a solo laner. Night grabbing that Jaina, which is going to give you so much wave clear. And look, it's Dahaka. Bloodlust picking up Dahaka. He requires more essence. That'll be interesting. Maybe it is just going to be a tight 4-man in the bottom. Maybe just try to, I don't know, push the Orphea out in front and do all this damage. But it is cute that you got Jaina and Thrall, the lovers, picked up on the same pick. All right, we will be right back. We'll see you on the other side. These are your teams introduced. Let's have some fun. All right, we're getting there. Somebody's on a potato, and it's probably me. But as soon as all these players get in, we will switch over to the game, and that might be sooner than I thought.
Yep, one more progress bar. Yay.
Let's go. All right, here we go. On the left-hand side, we have Council of War. We have Night playing the Jaina. We have D1 above all playing the Stukov. CW Ender on the Varian up in the top hand lane. We have Conflicted playing Thrall. And last but not least, we have Muidar playing that Jankrat. What are we looking like on the other side? Wreck-em.
In the red corner, we have Killer Kook on the Mal'Ganis, Gucci on the white main, Billy Bob Joe on Orphea, Captain Skippy on the Zarya, and Bloodlust on Dahaka, who has already decided, I'm just going to go top. I'm not going to bother coming down. Probably a good idea on this map. Thrall has done the same thing on the blue side, so we'll see what happens.
Silly me thinking we were going to get some weird laning opportunity. It looks like it's going to be some hard push in the bottom from KingFishers. Zarya looking to enable possibly Mal'Ganis himself going in, or maybe getting Billy, Bob, Joe, John, Gene, Von, Claude, Dam to go in as well.
So up in the top, we just got Thrall and Dahaka just mixing it up. No one's really going to try for a kill or anything. Who wins that matchup? I don't play a lot of offlane, so I'm not sure. I would think maybe Dahaka does, but
it's hard to say. Oh, Captain Skippy does get boosted back by Junkrat, and there is the confirmed kill. First blood going over to Council of War. Let's see. Did Thrall pick? Yeah, so Thrall, I believe, with Rolling Thunder, is going to be able to out-heal Dahaka? Possibly?
Dahaka's going to have to back. He was trying to back, and then Brawl threw a cheeky chain lightning at the wall and hit him, so he had to back up. Now he's hearthing, so he's going to be out of lane for a second.
Both teams grabbing their camps in the bottom lane. Siege camp on their left-hand side, and KingFishers is going to grab their Bruiser camp. It's going to take them a little bit longer, and in that time, look, we're going to see Council of War move up to their own Bruiser camp, and they're going to pick up both camps before, well, almost before the beacons activate, but they are live now.
And Mal'Ganis and Zarya sliding up. They're going to take their other camp too, so we're going to get all the camps all the time.
It's good. It's good to see it. It'll give you that XP. It'll give you a little lane push potential up there, but it looks like Conflicted might be getting the better part of Bloodlust up in the top-hand lane, but they, you know, pretty evenly matched so far. I think we're going to see most of the action and swing of the game happen in the bottom lane, but you never know.
Well, we do have maybe a gank on Conflicted up top. Bloodlust has help from Mal'Ganis, but oh, looks like we had a kill down in the bottom that I missed.
I missed it down in the bottom. I was also enthralled by Thrall up in the top-hand lane to see what was going to happen up there. Thrall is going to back, but we do have Orphea going down in the bottom lane. But we do have a split here on the beacons. Top belonging to KingFishers, bottom to Council of War. Who can get the siege damage with the number advantage while you have them?
I'm looking at the talent pick, so Thrall took Frostwolf Pack, so he needs to hit 6 people with a wolf. Let's see if he can do it.
We do have level 4s, so CW Ender is a real boy, and as expected, is going to pick up that taunt.
So stay off the end of the sword. That's my advice for the red team right now. Stay away from it.
An interesting choice here, switching Mal'Ganis up into the top-hand lane to go against Thrall, bringing Dahaka down to be the frontline beef for KingFishers down in the bottom.
Yeah, that is interesting, but it looks like they're pretty even up there. I thought Thrall would maybe get the better of it, but...
Well, Varian will go down as the damage is just too much, and we're going to have to see Council of War back off the bottom point. And meanwhile, Conflicted capping the top. Killer Kook coming in to re-challenge, but their health is pretty low.
Yep, they've got bottom pretty solidly, although Junkrat's going to go stand on the point. I don't know if he's going to be able to pick it over. Not quite. Haka convinces him to leave.
Double Bruiser bottom. Sounds like a good time. Killer Kook is still very, very low. Is going to try to maybe sneak down onto this point. Nope, Dahaka's coming up looking for a gank, but Thrall has backed on out. Meanwhile, Captain Skippy in the bottom is taking a lot of damage. We'll have to back up just a little bit as both beacons channeling for Council of War as that Zerg ticks up.
Yep, KingFisher's got 2%. Council of War, he got 16% there, so... And they are now split once again. It might be a while before we see that first juicy Zerg wave.
Council of War sees that that's split with KingFishers having 2 tops, so they siege in and they're able to get this whole front wall of the bottom fort. And that, you know, that's where their Zerg is coming. Their Zerg is all populating right here in the Zermo Dome.
Yeah, if you want a lane to be soft, that's the lane you want to be soft for Council of War, so that's going to hurt. Depending on the size of the Zerg wave, of course.
Only 16% so far versus 2%, so we still have plenty of Zerg to go. And now we're going to see a swing where KingFishers has control of both beacons. Conflicted. Looking to take it back. Ooh, a nice route there onto Bloodlust. Keep them off the point.
Is Thrall going to chase him? No, he's just going to hang out and keep the point. Probably wasn't going to be able to kill him. He is going to have to back, though, so might lose a little bit of XP up there in the top lane. Bottom lane
comes out onto Billy Joe, and there's the route. Is it going to get a boop? And there is a big boop. Billy Bob Joe might be in trouble as CW Ender is looking for the chase, but there's the armor coming out for Captain Skippy. It's staying alive. Gucci giving out the heals. Muidar don't really want to be on the front line if you can get out of there, and they are retreating a little bit, but there's some low health bars in this fight, Rackham.
Yeah, so many low health bars. First for KingFishers, but then for Council of War, but no one goes down. Oh, white main healing. Sneaky.
The channel is still going. It is now just now stopped at 92%. A nice route coming out, and CW Ender gets in there, and there goes a double kill. We got Orphea down. We got Zarya down. It's a triple with Mal'Ganis. Triple kill going over to Council of War. And a 99, 100% Zerg Wave.
Yep, KingFisher does have 30%, so they have a little bit more than the charity Zerg Wave that you would get if you didn't get anything. But they have problems down here in the bottom lane because that wall is, well, it's not a wall anymore. It's an open field. So
Fast.
they're going to right on through.
Yeah, and fast-acting Council of War are actually able to pick up their camp, too, before they disappear and despawn. So they have an extra push down here in the bottom lane. Oh, boy. And a full-level lead as well. Killer Kook going in, trying to disrupt. Does get taunted. Trying to put to sleep and try to get out, but taking a lot of damage. Will they escape? Ooh, show me them claws. Able to jump out. But this Zerg Wave still has 68% left, and it is pushing towards the wall.
So if you're Council of War, are you thinking about getting the key possibly, or are you content to get the wall? How much do you want to push this?
I think they're looking, they have 10s. 10s are online now for Council of War. I think they want to push in, especially with so many low health bars on the side of KingFishers. I think they want kills or at least this keep. And I think they may get it.
I think you are right. I think they're going to get it. Dahak is down to help out.
Ooh. Night getting dangerously low there. Here comes the Riptire. Water Elemental out. Flowing Bloodlust. I was very wrong. They got half the keep. But with Dahaka, with the Global, being able to burrow down, an excellent defense from KingFishers. It was not looking good for that keep, and they managed to keep it safe.
I don't know if you noticed, but Thrall came down and kind of poked his nose in for a second like he was going to join the fight, then decided, yeah, we're not going to get this done, so I'm just going to go top lane and do my job. So I think a wise decision. But he thought about it.
Still waiting on 10s here for KingFishers as they are trying to get that as fast as possible. We do have the Water Elemental, Massive Shove, Riptire, Sundering, and Shield Wall coming out here for Council of War. I'm wondering if the Sunder is going to interfere with the taunt at all. We'll see. We'll see if they're able to control that. Here comes the camp invade. 10's now online, but have ults been picked. Camp is secured by Council of War. Graviton Surge coming down. And we are going to lose Dahaka. Billy Bob Joe is low. Able to get a little bit of self-healing there.
Oh, I think Jaina might be in a little bit of trouble. Nope. Varian steps up and gets her out of there, and she turns around and starts throwing blizzards on people.
Gucci getting chased by that water elemental. Stay cool.
So Dahaka's back up. Death timers are pretty short right now, so top wall just about gone for KingFisher. I'm looking at the blue side of the map, and they still have most of their walls intact, so they've got a definite structure advantage at this point. So I might look to see them get 13, and then as soon as they get 13, try and take a fight with the talent advantage. Although they might just take a fight being up 2 levels also. They're taking the camp right now. I wonder if you'll see a cheeky boss or something when they get 13.
Could be. There was the opportunity to maybe pick up boss when Council of War had 10s and KingFishers did not. They chose to get camps instead. Definitely a safer play. This map can turn so quickly, so if you're ahead, might as well, you know, take some safer plays. Stay ahead. We do have heroics online though for KingFishers as well. We have Carrion Swarm, Divine Reckoning. I like to call it Morbing Time. It's Morbin Time. That's my new thing for that. Divine Reckoning, Eternal Feast, Graviton Surge, and Isolation. If we can stack up Graviton Surge and Eternal Feast together, that's going to be some massive wombo.
So top fort is down for KingFishers. And we've got a potential fight here. Thrall's the only one not here, so we've got 5v4 for KingFishers.
Riptire coming on out, as well as the shove. We do have Water Elemental Trust chasing Bloodlust, who is chasing Night Knight. Here's the turns. Beast comes out, but there is Dahaka going down. Night Knight is low.
She just turned it around and said, nope, here's an ice bolt, have fun.
Nice backup from the other players on the side of Council of War as they are defending their players and making sure they don't get picked off in the back line.
Oh, nice taunt, nice taunt.
Ooh, it's Morbin time.
Yeah, Morgana also, he got out of the first taunt, but he's not going to get out of that, so he is down. And
healing up, but going down.
Away, 64%. And here's the boss.
This seems like a pretty relatively safe boss play, as well as ticking up on the Zerg wave. And I think they're going to get both. And this is going to be a massive push for Council of War.
Yep. Which lane is the boss going to pick? I can't remember what the rules are. Oh, it's going to go top with the Zerg wave. That's going to be tough to defend. So, Council of War not really concerned about the 18% Zerg on the bottom. They're going to let it just tire itself out. So they're going to come top.
Jimmy Bob, Joe Bob in chat. I thought this was you, and that's part of the reason why I picked up the cast. Down goes Stukov. Oh no. Other Billy Bob Joe in the game. Backing up a little bit, but it's going to be Whitemane that goes down. No, Bloodlust drops as well. It's going to be a 2-for-1.
Yep. 4v3 with the boss and a big fat Zerg wave. So I would think the keep is going to go down. Well, Orphea goes down. So it's going to have to be a heroic defense from Zarya and Mal'Ganis here. They're going to have to defend at the core. There's no way they take the keep. Boss still very, very healthy.
Indeed. Do you think they might try to end here, Rackham?
I think if they don't try and end, the boss and the Zerg are going to try and do it for them, so they might as well help.
There's another kill confirmed by Council of War. The boss is now hitting the core. The shield is down. Bloodlust is in trouble. It's going to be able to skip away, but this core is melting fast.
Yeah. I think as soon as the boss got past the keep at 90% health, that was a hands-off keyboard, enjoy victory moment. I don't know that there was anything that could be done about that. Just too much damage coming out too quickly. Would have been a very, very heroic defense, but just weren't able to do it. So well played, Council of War. Welcome to Division D, KingFishers. But I predict they're going to get off the mat. We're going to go 3 games. I feel it in my bones, Venus.
Everybody just needs to shake off, the butterflies and get into the game. This is a snowbally map. Let me adjust the score here. I'm going to do it on my paper as well. All right, and then this will go over to Council of War for game number 1. Yeah, it's kind of a snowbally map, and as you can see, if you can tag up that Zerg wave with the boss, you can really push and push hard. Couple level advantage. I think Council of War did great when they were up talent tier, picking engagements and knowing what they could take, especially when you got I think it was the first Zerg wave and they tagged their camp at the same time. It just gave them so much extra oof. Also, knowing that the Zerg wave was going to be bottom, they busted out the front wall on that bottom fort so that when they did get the Zerg, even if it wasn't a full Zerg wave, it's going to go right onto that fort. So I think smart plays by Council of War.
Yeah, some smart plays. You made a good point that there were also some smart non-plays. There was they could have tried for the boss. It was a little bit risky, but they didn't. When you get up, there's no point in making the risky play. The other team's on the back foot. Make them make the mistake, and they did a good job not getting overeager. And maybe they could have gotten more aggressive at the bottom keep, knowing that they were up and had rogues. The other team didn't, but they made the smart play, got what they could, and left. Lived to fight another day. So, and that shows up in the box score. You see kills 13-2, so they didn't put themselves in harm's way. I'm looking at damage too. Thrall leads everyone in damage, just barely edging out Jaina, and Orphea was up there close too, but a lot of damage. They just couldn't get a target locked down and killed. And with that variant taunt, it was. I like the taunt because it's a nice call to action. It's here's the person we're going to kill right now. Please get them. And if everyone pays attention to it, you get taunted, you just melt. That's just the way it goes. Sorry about your luck.
Indeed. In fact, several people in chat, Shiggity Wiggity, JWC, I think at least one more in there, talking about how Conflicted is the best Thrall Central America. So, a lot of love for Conflicted playing the Thrall. So, who knows? Maybe that will end up on the ban list for KingFishers in next game. I'm not sure.
Could be any history between the two teams, but now we do. We have one match or one game worth of history. So, we'll see if there's anyone they want to get rid of. If I'm banning for KingFishers, I get rid of either Stukov or Varian. Don't even really care which one, but I don't let them play that combo again. They played it pretty well to really good effect.
Yeah, it is definitely a nasty combo. I like what KingFishers was going for, going a feast into the Graviton Surge. It was just really hard to land that up, and you had disengage from Thrall with the Sundering as well from that, and also you can throw some Rip Tires in there. But I like what they were trying, especially the ganks that KingFishers tried to get up in the top hand lane. They didn't succeed, but if they had, I think it would have swung a little bit of the momentum their way. So good attempts, even though they didn't quite work out. I'm looking forward to game number 2.
Yep. You forgot to mention that Whitebane had a roll there, so you had the 3 circles. I mean, it's just simple geometry at that point. Put all the circles together, and they did a pretty good job of putting them together. But like you said, the thunder and the disruption, and it just wasn't their night. But I do like that. I do like that draft, and I think with a little bit of practice, that could be really, really effective. So I'd like to be there.
All right. So back to us. Sorry, we're not as pretty as these icons and these stats and these beautiful players that we have, but we'll be trying to get into our next lobby as soon as that is available. It will be up to KingFishers to decide if they want to pick the map or if they want first hero pick. And it looks like we have our lobby ready.
Yeah, we're going to Garden of Terror. I'm not sure whose decision it was, though.
Spoilers! It's Garden of Terror! And now we just have to figure out who picked the map. Why don't we do that? Let's take a quick look at our map and see where we were. And hello to everybody in chat. Thank you for being here. It's always more fun when friends come.
Thank you, chat. Party.
My boyfriend Conflicted loves playing Thrall roleplay. Oh really, Krogdon? Cornflicted?
I want to put that in the things I didn't need to know category, but thank you for sharing anyway.
I need to go back to us for a second so people can see that I'm not just saying weird stuff, but it's actually in the chat. Okay. All right, so it looks like Team 2 picked the map. I'm just going to double check with the teams.
Yep, it looks like Council of War picked the map.
I think they did, but just to be sure, I'll ask the experts.
Still waiting on the last
Council
person.
Pick map. Okay.
And Gucci is here, so we have 5 on 5. And it looks like we should be ready to go any second now.
All right. So, in the past, I do love that Council of War's nickname of cow. And so people are just saying moo. Love to see it. But so far in all the games, well, I've only cast 3 games so far, and 4, including this last one. Every map that has been picked by a team has been lost, and so whoever's getting the hero pick seems to be winning these maps. We'll see. We'll see.
Because they need a game to keep this series alive. So hopefully that holds out, and we get a 3rd game here. Everybody loves HOTS. 3 games are better than 2. I guess unless you're a fan of Council of War, then you're pretty much hoping for this one to wrap up quick and without, uneventfully. But everyone else wants to see that 3rd game.
1 second, just one administrative thing taken care of.
Oh, looks like we have a player left the lobby, so it could be.
Yes. Yes, we had a question come up on if you could swap out players between matches, and as long as they're on the roster, that is completely legal. Some teams have more than 5 players, most do, and sometimes you want to spread the love around, let some other people play if they haven't had the chance. So, as long as you're on the NGS site and you are on the roster, good to go.
Yep. Up to the opposing captain to notice that they've changed their roster. So if we had a target ban for that player, maybe we don't want to pull that target ban this game.
Scheming intensifies.
Yeah, I think if you're trying to do that to throw the other captain off, you're really, really overthinking it. But who knows?
Oh, I wasn't saying you were saying weird stuff, Valk. I was just saying, cornflakes, and there's roleplay as Thrall. Like, we're going all over the place, and I love it. How are you doing today, Valk? Good to see you. How was your trip? All right. Looks like we are getting ready to go. I'm going to let them know the casters are ready.
That we are. Born, ready, one.
Game 2. Game 2. Pump us up for a game number 3. I'm sure we could get there.
So
You know-
draft-wise, I'm going to be looking for camp takers. So since this is a map that really rewards you if you can keep those camps rolling out. So I wonder if that'll change your priorities or not. We'll have to see how it goes.
Well, this is very exciting, Rackham, because Garden of Terror just entered back into the map pool for NGS, and I haven't probably cast one of these maps in a very long time. So this will be fun. I'm excited.
Is it map pool? Was it in the map pool in season 12? I don't even remember.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast today, Rackham, so I have no idea.
I could go look. I have technology, but I would rather focus on the task at hand. I'm sure
Boom.
someone has the answer. So chat, Google that for me. Find out if Garden of Terror has ever been in the NGS map pool. Make it happen. Stat. I need to know.
Oh, nice. Valk had a good trip. That's perfect. Well, let's think about what would be good bans from KingFishers. Do you think they want to get rid of the Stukov? Do you think they want to get rid of the Thrall? Oh, it's the Jaina. Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
And if you're Council of War, was there anything that scared you from game 1 from KingFishers that you might want to eliminate in this next game?
Maybe the Mal'Ganis if you don't like playing into that, but I don't know that there's anything that really stood out like, oh my god, we can't let them get that. I always lean there. There's a Stukov, so we've broken up the Stukov variant connection there. I'm always a big fan of if you're not going to ban meta heroes, target ban, but these teams haven't played each other and there's not enough, probably not enough data, so probably hard for them to really isolate and say this person only plays these 3 heroes, so ban them. So we'll have to see. So far we have Tassadar, Jaina, and Stukov. Who is going to be our 4th ban?
S84 Walker, thank you for the follow. Tychus banned. Johanna's still available. I don't think Johanna was banned or picked the last game either. Definitely not picked, but was Johanna banned? I don't think she was.
I believe so.
So it's on the table if you want.
Nobody gets fired for first picking Stukov. No one gets fired for first picking Johanna. She's not the absolute beast she was 2 or 3 months ago, but I mean, she has all the tools. She can do everything. Maybe not, better than other tanks, but she can at least do it passably. We see Anduin, the boy king, will be the first person taken in this draft.
Gucci. I love that name, Gucci. It's all Gucci, and it's all first pick for Anduin. First pick going over to KingFishers this game. Will it be enough? The first hero pick to take us to a game 3. We'll find out. Conflicted picking up the Blaze, and Muidar grabbing the Azmodan. 2 chonkers. 2 big old chonkers on the first 2 picks. I can see why they banned the Tychus.
Yes. Putting together the all beef lineup so far. We'll see what they do with that.
That's right, 100% Blizzard beef. I gotta consult. My consultant. What's the beef level on the left-hand side? Pretty high. Pretty high.
Your chickens to count, mine don't count. They just sit there and taunt me.
Well, they do math, but they get all the problems wrong, so not to be trusted. But look, Damon gonna grab the Malthael. So there's some percent-based damage that you can still use against the high health pool heroes that we are seeing so far on the side of Council of War.
And also not horrible taking camps with Malthael either, so he'll help out in that regard as well.
Killer Cook, excuse me, who may be a Killer Cook as well, grabbing that Muradin, and more percent-based damage bans coming out from Council of War as they get rid of Greymane with the Cursed Bullet. Right Wing being taken off the table as Council of War still needs a healer. Maybe a tank or a bruiser. It's hard to tell. What do you think Conflicted's going to do? I think it's probably going to be a bruiser.
I would think so. But instead we get Sylvanas. Not my war chief. I want to point that out. Not my war chief. Every time I see her on screen, I must make that clear with the audience. And we see Deckard, the old man, throwing the potions around.
We could see Johanna still picked up as last pick. I think we are going to see a tank, but that's only based off of seeing Conflicted play Thrall. last game in the off lane. And it could be a switch.
I'm in.
Could switch it around. Ooh, Billy Bob Joe grabbing the Kira and Bloodlust grabbing Chromie. Okay. So a lot of dive potential with the Malthael, Kira, Muradin.
And we see the Nubarak.
CW Ender grabbing that Beetle Boy. Let's see. You know, you could possibly, you know, grabbing Cocoon, turn it into a 4v5. Could make it tough. A lot of stuns possible with a Nubarak. And Kira does not like stuns. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out. In the next 3 seconds, do you have a team that you favor?
I'm gonna say based on the first game, I probably tip it to Council of War. I like their draft a little bit better too, but you know, that Kira is a real X factor for me. If the Kira is good, that could be really rough, especially with the slowing sands. Kira swinging out, pulling someone back in the slowing sands, then they can't get away. So she can start deleting people, and if they can line up all that damage, they could put a hurt on some people. And they've got big bodies to shoot for. I mean, with that Chromie, even I can hit my skill shots with those fat butts on the other side. So,
My bad, my microphone must have gone out when I said 3 seconds. I'm just kidding, I appreciate the analysis. Rackham, KingFishers on the right-hand side. We got Killer Kook on the Muradin. We got Gucci on the Anduin. We got Damon, Matt Damon. Is it Matt Damon? It could be Matt Damon. On the Malthael, we got Billy Bob Joe. Billy Bob Joe on the Kira. And Bloodlust is going to be rounding it out on, who else is there? Chromie. Yes. Who we got on the left-hand side? Rackham.
we have Sylvanas, played by Night Knight, Deckard, played by D1 Above All, Azmodan by Muad'Dar, Blaze by Conflicted, and Anubarak by CW Ender. So here we go. Mid lane happening.
Drama for your mama. Bring it on mid. Put it all down in the yard. XEX is in the house. Welcome on in. Dontrous, I will get to your wacky wavy boy once we get out of this game. All right, here's a nice stun coming out onto Conflicted from Billy Bob Joe. Oh, Killer Kook with the moves, hopping out of the way, just barely missing with that stun from Blaze. And you already see Damon up in the top hand lane, soaking it like a hot summer.
So Blaze going to go up and join him in the top lane. And Sylvanas hanging out mid, so we've got 3 for Council War down on the bottom. I'm not sure what the lane assignment is going to look like here, whether they're going to rotate between lanes or we'll have to see how it plays out.
Camps are up.
That they are.
We're gonna see some movement towards there. Looks like possibly.
Deckard's going to start beating one with a stick.
T1 Above All says, give me my potions back. I want your globe. Give me your globe. Treasure goblins. No camps being started yet. Oh no, I take that back. We do have Damon, like you said, starting on camps already, doing the solo camp experience.
Council of War dropping down to the big camp. They've got the little one going, so. And I would kind of expect to see them slide up and get the top camp here after this. Maybe as a unit of 3. KingFishers clearing out that camp in the mid, so they'll have their own camp pushing mid. And the seed is going to be on the bottom side of the map. They might not have time to go get that top camp. So I don't know if they'll try and get up there or not.
Looks like not going in down onto Bloodlust. Bloodlust getting stunned by CW Ender. And there is the first blood going down to Council of War as they once again get that Gankarino.
So death time is really short. They could still contest this objective. Chromie will be a little bit late, so they'll be able to poke it, but I don't know if they will. With it being on the left side of the map, that could be rough.
Night Knight taking a lot of damage, and there's the counter kill going over to KingFishers as they take Sylvanas down. The seed is up. It is being tanked by Muad'Dar, and Conflicted is channeling it on the backside. Can he get the interrupt? No, not quite. And the first of 3 will go over to Council of War. You need 3, though. You need 3 to win. 3 to win that objective.
Yep. If you're KingFishers, I'd really like to get the second one. I hate getting down 2-0 because that puts a lot of pressure that you have to get the third one. So we'll see if they can get that second one.
Slight XP advantage going over to KingFishers in that 1v1, 1-4-1 kill down there in the bottom lane. There's a fat wave for Muidar to try to orb down here in the bottom lane. Trying to clear that up.
Blaze gets a stun, and I think Chromie's trying to get to the time trap. Couldn't quite get there in time, so Chromie will go down. Meanwhile, our friends get their top camp.
A nice gank there onto Bloodlust. But there is a camp to push with, getting that spell armor, and it is numbers up in the top end lane, 3v2, as we see 3 members down in the bottom for Council of War. Maybe we can get some push happening up top by KingFishers. The next seed will be spawning in 12 seconds in the top hand lane. Both teams at 7.
Yep, camp does fall. So we've got 3v, got 4. Everybody's heading down. Decker's a little bit behind the action, but they're all here now. KingFisher's setting up really nicely there. Looks like Mouthfield's going to try and channel, and Nubrek's going to dive in and prevent that.
Here comes the engage by Billy Joe Bob. Big stuns happening, but here comes the spicy triangle to try to swoop the enemy team. Killer Coop low, conflicted low. Damon healing up off of many members, but does get stunned. Can't heal when you're stunned and does go down. We're also going to lose Anduin. It's a double kill. Night Knight is very low now. 250 health goes down.
Heroes going down left and right. That was a really nice match of Dorito from Deckard there to secure those, or set up those kills. Here
It's a 2v4, but here they are. KingFishers are not done yet. They want to keep fighting.
Well, Kira's got the bleed. Not quite enough to kill Aslan. He was low. Are they going to be able to poke it out?
Doesn't look like it. Oh no. Billy Bob Joe. Oh, disconnects from the chain there. Otherwise, that could have been a little bit nasty.
Yeah, that disengage was a good idea. There was there was nowhere else she could really drop safely. So camps, Night Knight taking the camp on the left side, and KingFishers taking the camp on the right side. So I don't expect those camps to stay yellow for very long. They're going to go blue or red as soon as they pop. Although we do have one at the bottom camp on the right side of the map. So I don't know if we'll see KingFishers head down there or not.
Billy Bob Joe. Ooh.
They're in a little bit of trouble.
Nice pull out of there, but will they be able to get out? I don't think so. The double stun from CW Ender, just too much. And not able to get away. Almost a daring escape. 10's online for Council of War. You see the Lornado already keeping the retreating KingFishers from getting back in their base.
Yep, 10v9. I would think Council of War is going to be able to get this, unless they're until they get 10s. Although Sylvanas low, in trouble.
Almost.
Back.
I think if KingFishers had 10 there, they might be able to get that kill. Here comes the cocoon out onto Anduin. Poison damage coming out to clear that up. W Ender is there to stun as they come out of the cocoon. Tornado launching off to the side. Gucci getting very, very low. Here comes some more damage. And the spicy Dorito, but is saved there by the fort.
Meanwhile, no one's been anywhere near the objective. Can't get close enough to it with all this fighting going on. However, Malthael and Murden go down, so that could be trouble. And I think Chromie is... No, not Chromie. Sorry, Kira. Oh, Chromie's got issues of her own, slowed by the blaze oil. I think she's going to be able to get out. Ooh, maybe I just goes with throwing stands to peel for herself. Not quite enough. Got a stun from Manubrak, I think.
Nice chase coming out from Council of War, and that is going to be a quad kill. And I believe this is going to be our 3rd seed. And this is going to be Send Out the Terrors.
It is. Council of War not waiting for the Terror to get there in the bottom lane. They're trying to soften it up. Terror, of course, with the lanes being pushed out that far, Terror shows up immediately and starts tearing the fort down. So that's done from Deckard, I believe it was. Tornado to keep everyone pushed off, and that fort is going to be taken.
Ender goes in, is going to get latched onto by Billy Bob Joe, excuse me. Still committing 5 to the bottom lane. If they can keep everybody down there, then you're going to get more value from these behemoths in the lane.
Yep, mid for it. I don't think the Terror's going to take it down, but it's going to be close if they can get some help from Council of War. So the Terror does fall.
Terror in the top hand lane is going to get that fort. 2 forts claimed. Here comes a nice root from Deckard, catching 3, maybe 4. Great use of bunker in that last big team fight by Conflicted when they got that quad kill, by the way. Able to let the whole team reevaluate where they wanted to be, move around a little bit, push the frontliners to the front, and let the backliners back up. Talent tier advantage going over to Council of War as they have 13s first. Getting 2 forts in that first push, pretty good.
Yep, so if you're Council of War, you can hang back on your side of the map, and you've got 3 camps to take, or you could push that talent advantage and maybe sneak over for the invade, but it looks like they're just going to be content with the ones on their side of the map. Probably a good idea. They tried to invade top. Everyone was there for KingFishers, so even 12-13, that could have gone the other way. So they're content to just paint their side of the map blue and grabbing the last camp here. Now we'll see if they try and roll to a fight. Still have that talent advantage.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Actually, what was there's a couple things I wanted to look at. All right, we did go last rights there, and that's, of course, what you got to go against all these thick players from Council of War. See if you can get that kill early, knock them out. But Ender, very aggressive this match. Landing some excellent stunts.
Pushing hard on this fort. They do have Siege Giants behind them throwing rocks at it, so...
Cocoon is out and over. Killer Coop jumping out. Here comes a light bomb. It's going to be able to catch Conflicted up in the back with that, but the fort will go down. Killer Coop is so low. I don't know if you can really stay in there and fight. Conflicted just barely missing the stun there. But no one has gone down, and we're on even talent tier, but a couple level advantage going over to Council of War. You want to fight him. Maybe you want to try to do it before 16. I don't know. It's tough, though. It's real tough fighting into that team.
Yeah, I think maybe you want to find that fight before 16, but I mean you've got a very narrow window to do it. And while this is happening, oh yeah, there's stuff pushing in the top lane, so someone's gonna have to answer for that. So they really need like a 6th player out there to help them go get that lane while they can take the fight. Maybe
yeah,
into the game.
Indeed, and the camp bottom got most of the bottom keep wall as well. So like you're saying, those camps pushing the lanes while they're fighting, as long as no one goes down, it can only benefit Council of War when they have so much pressure in these lanes.
Yeah, they've been doing a really good job with the macro pressure, just keeping it up. And they are coming down here as 5 to this camp, and KingFishers probably just want to give it up, being down a talent. We'll see how it goes, though. Deckard with a nice zone with the triangle there. And Lornado zoning even harder. Really good Lornado usage here to kind of disrupt the other team the whole game.
Huge triple stun coming out from Ender. Nice spicy Dorito. There is the Cocoon. A big silence coming out. Bloodlust having to back up. Oh, and down goes Chromie. We've lost one, and it looks like they want to try to get more, but Ender may have overextended. Oh, it does go down. A nice counter kill there. Here comes the light bomb. Will they be able to catch Sylvanas? Night taking a lot of damage, trying to weave their way out. And they do get the kill there onto Kira. All right, 2-for-1 special for Council of War. That's not too bad. That could have been a lot worse, actually, for KingFishers. I think, they did a decent job being down levels there.
Yeah, they did a really good job letting that fight come to the keep. And CW Ender almost went down. He got keep aggro and took a couple shots there. Luckily, he was able to back up out of range in time. But so yeah, we've got some lane issues going on right now. If you're KingFishers, I think you just clear lanes till 16. But then you need to find a fight before 20, so you've got a little window there where you want to try and make something happen. And Council of War, they're in the map's good. Don't have to make a big play. KingFisher may be feeling a little bit of pressure. They do have to make a play, so look for them maybe to get more aggressive here somewhere. I'm just not sure where.
Oh, 16 so close for KingFishers. They can get that going into this fight. They need it. Woo. Looking for it. Made this back up. They do have the 16s now. And this will be another objective for Council of War if they're able to secure this seed. So I think KingFishers want to try to fight this if they can. Big stuns coming in from Nubrak. There is the cocoon. Big silence coming out from Sylvanas. Here comes the stun from Billy Joe Bob. Night getting very, very low. There's the last right, or no, not last rights, but down goes Sylvanas. Last rights did come out. Conflicted very, very low. Getting the stun, trying to escape. Now Killer Kook is super low.
Yep, he's low.
Uidar able to get healed up. All those potions. Oh, so low, Damon. Can you heal up? Oh, a big orb down there.
But the globe is too big.
It's now a 4v4, but the looks like is it the bottom keep? Bottom keep goes down, and you know all this camp pressure. Mid keep is now in trouble, and it looks like KingFishers are just going to have to give this last. Oh no, they got it. My bad. I apologize. They got the seed, and they prevented the garden terrors from coming out. So it only bought them so much time, as now we're gonna have another seed in 24 seconds.
So we do have almost 19 here for Council of War. You really don't want to see them get 20. Everyone's up, so I think just like 16, you gotta. I mean, you're still in that little window where you want to try and make a play. So I'm guessing though that play will be for the seed because you really don't want to give up the third one. So Mouthfeel's clearing up the lane.
They're running for it.
Yeah. I think the team called him and said, nope, solo laner's got to come. This is where we make the play.
Chromie, Malthiel, Chromie a little bit behind. Chromie on the way. See how this goes. A lot of damage going out on the Killer Kook. Here comes the light bomb. Down goes Muradin. Oh my goodness, we have two battles happening here. But it's going to be KingFishers taking a lot of damage, and they will lose 3. And the chase is on. Oh, and there's the dunk. It's going to be another quad kill here for Council of War. And I think they just want to end bot. That's what they've decided.
Yep, I don't think there's anything KingFishers can do to stop it. Aiden was pretty awesome, but I don't think he's going to be able to take on an entire team by himself. So now he throws the GGWP down there, and yeah, I think the core is going to go down.
Core is melting, and this was 17-4 as far as kills. Kind of Council of War had the lead and held on to it to the very end, and they will win this set with a domination as they all get in the bunker. GG's, well played.
Yep, that is your 2-0 domination. So well played, Council of War. But I'm going to say good game, KingFisher, too. They had a couple stretches there in that second game. Kira had some really nice plays getting there and mixing it up and was able to use the bleed to stay alive. Anduin had a couple really nice pulls. A couple live bombs. Looks like the communication with Murder Big was a little off, but they landed a couple of them really well. So there's definitely some stuff to build on. This is not something you walk away like, oh my God, this is horrible. It's like, no, you have stretches that you build on that for next week and the next week and the next week. So well played to both teams.
Yep, absolutely. And KingFishers, yeah, don't feel bad. You got promoted, and now you got to jump into the division and meet the new teams, figure out how they play, and ground your feet a little bit. But there's no reason why KingFishers can't come back next week and get the domination of their own. Very well played. Interesting. We have, Malthiel coming up with the most damage of the match, which I guess kind of makes sense if you have a bunch of thick hero pools to be sipping off of from Council of War, but putting out 49k. Very nice. Night putting out a lot of damage as well from Council of War. Go ahead.
They did a really good job of not letting KingFisher get settled in. Like Chromie, that backline artillery just never really had a good place to set her feet. CW Ender was diving in all over them, the entire game, just being really aggressive, and they weren't able to figure out a way to deal with that. So sometimes that over aggressive Anubrak gets you in trouble, but he, it did in this game. He was able to just dive in with impunity and just throw the stuns out. So. Nice tanking. Well played.
Indeed, yeah. I thought that Council of War might be in trouble a little bit from the dive potential from KingFishers, but every time Kira would land land the circle of love onto somebody, you'd have some spicy Doritos being laid down by Deckard, landing those stuns, and just really great counter engage with Lornado. So, very very good reactions from Council of War in the middle of team fights.
Well, who's your MVP of the night if you have to pick one?
Oh my goodness. I would have to say, if I had to pick MVP, I'm gonna give it to. Is this both games or just this game?
Dude, it's your cast. Whatever you want it to be, Venus.
All right. Well, I would say Deckard D1 above all. I think just the reactions to the counter engage, I think is really good. So I'm gonna give it to D1 above all. But really great play by so many. What about you, Rackham?
Yeah, exactly the same page. I think the Deckard with the triangles and the Lornados just doing a really good job of disrupting the entire team. They can find a place to stand where they weren't either rooted or pushed off of it. So, yep, I tip my hat to Deckard that second game. Super well played.
Yeah, and sometimes healers don't get their due, and they're very important. Maybe the most important.
Everyone, they're not buying it though, but that's what I keep telling everybody. Or as everyone else, darn it. So do we have someone lined up for an interview?
All right, let me double check here with Council of War. Council of War, if you are watching and want to send somebody into the NGS chat, we will find you in there. We're gonna head to a lobby, Rackham. Let's go to an empty lobby. Let's go to lobby 5. I'll meet you over there.
Sounds good.
All right.
And here we are.
Okay, very good. Let's see. Let me message Council of War.
Hello.
Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you enter. Oh, we're getting many peeps. Many peeps. Welcome on in.
Indubitably.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We have Mudar, Arnie, and we have Night Knight. Arnie, who are you in game?
I am the one above all.
Ah, yes, the MVP. Deckard Kane. All right, well, we got to play something for you then.
Oh, stay a while and
Oh my. All right.
Oh my.
Well, congratulations on the first game of the season, getting your domination. How are you all feeling?
Really good. Feeling great.
Pretty awesome. Mm-hmm.
Were you expecting to get a domination, or were you expecting that it was going to be a slow start to the season, or what were your expectations going into this match? Did you do any scouting?
Yes.
Hopefully optimistic.
For me, I do the scouting and the oppo research of this team, and based on our expectations, there's, I guess, the first match threw us a little off guard in terms of their hero picking, but I was more intrigued with anticipating what their strategies were going to be, and we stuck to our plans, and the results show.
Very strong. Before I get into a couple questions, Rackham, did you have anything that you wanted to ask? I want to make sure I don't take any of your questions from you.
No, so you mentioned the draft preparation. Was there the bands? Since we don't have, this is the first game of the season, so everything's fresh. Were there any particular target bands in there, or was that just stuff that they played well last season, or let's get rid of just heroes that we think are good in general?
Those are heroes that they played last season, and base it on their cooperation with those particular heroes.
Got it. Well, you did a really good job, so tip of the hat to that. Back to you, Venus.
So, as you were saying that they caught you a little bit off guard with their hero picks of starting off with Whitemane and Zarya, what else did you think was going to come out in this draft?
Well, I predicted the Whitemane pick I did not predict Zarya pick. That one threw me a little off guard, but I was intrigued as I said earlier, and pretty excited what different strat they're gonna go for. I'll say that um, definitely wanted to avoid the synergy they have with Tassadar. So yeah, I was just intrigued what they're gonna do with that response.
Get rid of the Tastar ban, indeed. So picking up Stukov and Varian. Is this just a slight representation of some of the Wombo combos that we'll see from your team this season?
Well, one of many, yes.
Right. You won't be giving anything away. There's many aces up the sleeves. Did you guys have a favorite part of game one?
I'd say honestly,
Definitely landing that like Junkrat flip into the root. Was trying to hit white main, but it was fun.
It was pretty spicy, very spicy.
oh yes, love the Junkrat's tire rep. Just watching it explode and watching displacements was definitely helpful to go for picks.
Just walking away from the explosion with your sunglasses on, just walking away like a badass. So these were, well, at least the first game was pretty fast. And Braxis can kind of be a little bit snowbally. But did you have any idea that when you took the boss and got the full Zerg wave, did you know that was it, or what were you thinking at that point?
Yeah, there was a core call at that point.
Yes, yeah, that was a call. Because we knew we were about to get the 100%, and we figure the boss would be an extra caveat, just a cherry on top to secure it.
Absolutely. I have to compliment you on having really great macro in these games, grabbing the camps, leading in experience to get to 10 first, taking the lead and the talent tier advantage, and then holding on to it, moving throughout the series. So congratulations on that. That was really fun to watch. Like when you grabbed that camp after you got the 100% Zerg wave, but you still tagged it and you were able to take it and just get extra push bottom in the first game. I thought that was great.
Yeah, we thought we were a second too late, but then Varian started just in time.
Yeah. Ender's really on point with the shot calls today. Overall, and, like the Deckard heal second game, just really fun to go in and trust that those pots are going to be there whether you walk towards them or not.
That's right. Legalized Deckard pots, I believe, is the new mantra. Okay, moving on to game number 2, Garden of Terror. This was your pick. I guess this is probably first hero pick, seems to be quite popular most of the time. Did you have a strategy of Garden of Terror since it's new to NGS, or is any part of your strategy picking Garden of Terror, hey, not a lot of people are playing this in anticipation for NGS because it's new? Is that something that you considered at all, or is other reasons?
It was get Asmodan and Sylvanas and push the crap out of the map. That was yeah.
And you very well did that. I believe after the first, I think you got, what was it, 6 out of the 7 seeds. And after the first Garden Terror wave, I think they only had 1 fort left, and it was about 50%. I think somewhere around there after you guys pushed. So you guys really did control the map and get a lot of push there. All right. Deckard Kane, did you have a favorite part? Deckard and everybody else on the team, of course. Did you have a favorite part of game number 2?
Man, towards the mid end of the game, there was a huge team fight at the middle, and right next to the bush, the blaze hit the bunker, and in that instant, there was just a huge wombo combo of the root, the stuns, and more importantly, me throwing my emerald to minimize their heals and just nullifying Anduin's heal.
Yeah, that was an amazing, amazing bunker. And like every time you threw down your spicy Doritos, I was like, I need to go to the store and get some chips because this is making me excited. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Anybody else have a favorite moment?
For me, in the second game, it was kind of funny because the Malthael ulted me, and I thought I would get into the bunker to save myself, but then Kira just wrecked me.
Very good. Yes, acknowledging cool plays from the enemy team also counts as favorite moments, and
Yeah, that
definitely.
was really cool.
Oh, yeah, they were gunning for you hard. I was like,
Yes.
ooh, they want to get that revenge for that Jaina play.
Rackham, any questions about game number 2?
Not a question, but a comment. Just want to congratulate you guys on the great macro play there. I don't think there was a single moment during that game where there wasn't a blue camp pushing down at least one lane. So you guys, you said you drafted Sylvanas and Asmodean to push the crap out of the map, and that is exactly what you did. You pushed the crap out of the map. So it was really, really impressive. So just want to tip my hat and say, well played.
Thank you guys very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All
And
right. Oh yes.
tip the hat to the enemy team for definitely making us work for it. There were a few moments there, like definitely they were good job, good effort, guys.
Yeah, some of those fights, you can see that going either way. All right, so I have 2 more questions for you before we let you get on out of here. One, the signature 5-man bunker at the end of game 2, where everybody's in the bunker. Is this the first time this has happened, or is this your signature move? Because that was pretty surprising.
It was the first time, and
Great
we all wanted
suggestion.
could be a signature, but yet we all wanted to, grab a tea together and enjoy the view.
It
have
looked
to win another series for that to happen, though.
it looked like an alien spaceship. I was like, what is that? Oh, everybody's in the bunker. Wow, that's actually kind of fun. And my last question is a silly question. If you could describe yourself in your personality as a candy bar, which one would it be? And we'll just go top to bottom, and we'll start with Night Night.
Hmm.
If you were a candy bar, which one would it be and why?
I guess Twix.
Good choice. And why?
I don't really know.
That's okay. That's totally fine. I would myself. I'm next. I would say I'm Payday because I'm completely nuts.
Me,
Yep.
I'll call myself the good bar, 'cause I'm all good.
Nice.
And because you, Crunchy, the chocolate coated toffee bar things.
Is it the Nestle Crunch bar or something else?
No, Crunchy. Maybe you don't have them in the States. Yeah, it's like this honeycomb toffee thing with
Ooh.
chocolate on the outside. It's really crunchy and delicious and kind of weird. Yeah.
That sounds great. And Rackham, you're not escaping. Oh, actually, why? Do you have a reason why, or just because it's great?
No, because they're crunchy and weird. Yep.
Perfect. Someone describes themselves as crunchy, you know it's good. Rackham, you're not getting out of this. What candy bar are you and why?
I think I'm gonna go with the 100,000 grand.
Oh, and why?
It's just it's delicious, kind of an acquired taste, kind of rare. Not everyone likes them, but god damn it, it's good.
Oh yeah, I second that.
Excellent. All right, thanks, team. Do you have any shout outs before we let you get on out of here?
Shout out to the KingFishers. I appreciate you guys for, giving us a match, and heck, appreciate all you guys, the casters.
Shout out to my GGS girls as always.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations. And we'll look forward to seeing how you guys progress through the season.
Yes, thank you so much for the casting. We
Absolutely.
really appreciate it.
Thank you for the wonderful games.
Take care, guys.
Wait.
Take care.
All right, toodaloo. All right, Rackham, I'm going to call you back so that we can look at that 100 grand face one more time. Okay. Now I got to hide my chickens. Oh, goodbye, chickens. You are going to be replaced by something better. Boop. There. Oh, you were replaced by chickens. Real chickens. Well, not real
I have
chickens, but
stolen your chickens. All your chickens belong to us.
that's right.
That was loud in my headset. Sorry about that, Twitch audience. That was egregious and uncalled for, and I apologize.
I owe a wacky wavy boy. A wacky wavy boy is owed to Dontris. Oh, here it is. Okay.
I would wave along, but I think my doctor would probably be angry with my spine out trying to do that, so I'll just defer to the original boy.
All right. Let's see if I can find the power cord for this sucker. His battery is dead, so he must be plugged in with a landline. All right, here we go. Here is your wacky wavy boy. Maybe we'll play some music. Ooh, what will get me banned? What won't get me banned? Thank you, Dontris, for redeeming your wacky wavy boy with your channel points. I appreciate it. Maybe one more. Oh, I can't play that song. There's so many songs I can't play. How about this one? There we go. That's appropriate. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Rackham, thank you for co-casting. I really appreciate it. It's always more fun and easier to get more commentary, more coverage when you have somebody hanging out with you. Oh, a goat scream.
Yep.
All right, Rackham.
Wasn't going to get you during the cast, but it's over now, so I want to hear a goat scream. Just
All
one.
right. I need to get new batteries. It's still quite it's still quite warbly. Oh my god. All right. And, since it is, excuse me, the first goat scream of the night, I have to do a goat impression myself. So hide your eyes if you are of a delicate, delicate spirit. Here we go. All right. That's what you get with a Weenus cast. Apologies. Thank you, Rackham. Do you have any shout outs before we let you get out of here and me get out of here and maybe some dinner?
Shout out to both teams. KingFishers, welcome to Division D. The competition is going to be a little bit better, but you guys really played well tonight. A lot of stuff to build on. And shout out to Kessler War for playing really well. And just shout out to all the NGS peeps. I mean, we have, 130 teams this season, so that's doing the math, at least 650 players plus subs. So we're talking about, 700-800 people, something like that. I don't know. I can't do math after 10 p.m., but it's just a great community. Glad to have you guys out, and some of you came up and chat to support us. So everyone have a good night.
All right, have a good one. I'm gonna see. It doesn't look like any other games of NGS are still happening right now, or we'll see if we can find someone to raid on over to. But there is a third bumper for these teams, and gosh darn it, we're gonna play it. So these were your teams. We'll see you next time. Everybody stay moist out there, and have a good night. Toodaloo.
See y'all.
I shall be your shield.
Blessing upon friends!
Hell, it's about damn time.
We are steadfast in the face of peril.
Don't underestimate a Nephilim.
Stormwind honors those who serve.
This is only the beginning of our journey.
My wrath shall not be quenched.
Your deeds bring honor to us all.
By steel or fang, we will prevail.
Not even death can save you from me.